Hello. I invite you to come along with me while I empty and redecorate the various rooms that I have access to in my game Kinder world. This is a game for emotional health and mindfulness. This was the first room that I unlocked, and arguably the most loved. While I really enjoy the current setup here, and it was with a heavy heart that I decided to remove all the items, I felt it was time for an intentional reorganization. I have 2 rooms currently available to me in my own home. This one was the second one I got and seems a bit more scattered and empty. I recently used password codes provided in the game, listed here on the screen, to unlock all the items at the bottom, so now I have a much larger inventory. You can join the Discord community to get access to lots of information like this to help you play the game a little more in depth and with more satisfaction. This is Sammy. They are the character in here that sort of helps you run the place. We'll start by dragging everything away and storing it in the inventory. Now this room is empty, we'll go empty my second room. It's always fun to talk to Sammy. Now we're going to go to the woodlands and visit our NPC friend Fern. This is her tent, and you are able to decorate her bedroom. I, however, have not taken advantage of that, as I have been keeping all the furniture for myself. It's time to change that. We'll start with the second room, actually, because this is kind of the active craft room. It's technically called the craft room in the game. This one's the craft room and the other is the comfy room. So I'm considering it's like the activity space. Because of its active and desk availability, I'm considering that this is where my computer would go. And because I got a computer from a previous artist pack, sometimes the game comes out with special little packs of items made by artists. It's a very cool functionality. The little matcha latte there came with the artist pack. That's why it's all sort of cloud themed. The matcha sitting on a cloud itself. Even if it didn't come together, I would still put the matcha up here beside the computer. The game lets you overlap objects. I just had to layer it properly so that the drink would be behind the monitor. The tabs at the bottom let you sort by categories, so I'm looking through the plants because I know that it's plant time. I had this hanging plant in this room before, and I'm keeping it because it's that nice blue color that goes with the little rolly cart shelf there that's default in the room. Again, that nice comfy teal color in this dragon I think goes nicely together. You have to situate things just so and wait for the green to highlight to let you place them. I can't see the check mark on my phone here, but when you push the reversal button, it just places it. So I placed it with the reversal and then switched it back around to the side I want it to face, instead of checking the check mark. I really enjoy layering posters behind the shelves to fill the space back there. I thought the hummingbirds fit this room and this vibe well. This little house diorama I'm obsessed with. In real life, I love miniatures, and this is one of the special items that I just unlocked with the password. So it was really exciting for me to get, and I knew it was going to go in this activity room. I'll add this little mushroom cup I've had for quite a while. When you grow an entire plant, you earn stars in this game on a little plant card. Once you reach a certain amount of stars, or whenever you unlock a new plant, for various reasons they'll gift you stuff packs with different fun furnitures. Here I'm really trying to get that pine cone in front of the mushroom cup. But the first item that you place is determined to be forward. So any items you add subsequently, you can only place behind. So in this situation I had to reverse my order of placement so the pine cone would be in front of the cute little cup, because I love that little pine cone. I knew the mini easel would be right in front of the activity chair. I mean, if I were to sit in this world, I would definitely have my little easel there to paint tiny pictures. I wanted to sort of balance that, all the squareness on the desk, so the cute little puppy portrait is adjacent. The orange and green sort of goes together there on the brown countertop, the brown desktop. This cute little frog holding a cute little flower. The blueness continues with that splashy pop of red. Kind of blends in with the window, so I don't love it there, but I also do. It's just the perfect little tiny size. Now, tall boy articles like this pretty rotating candle thing, they can't go on lower or shorter shelves. They have to go on top shelves or windowsills or surfaces that aren't obstructed. I'm just repositioning this mirror a tiny bit so that it's not all covered up in the bottom there. This reason when I had more space above. I really enjoy that you can crowd things together in this game because it makes that cluttered, cozy feel, that overlap that happens in real life. But I also am trying to spread out and simplify a little more with my designs. This beautiful red throne has a nice little black cat that appears whenever you're in active gameplay. And it lives in your room, it moves around, and it gives some life to the place. But I'll be making my plushy shelf now. These are cute little stuffed animals that are actually a couple of the first things you get in this game. There's a miniature Sammy and a cute little cow with a heart. I'll tie them together with this mushroom lamp, which is one of the special items I just unlocked today. This little guy is also a plushie that I got with Pathwords today. And this was also a Pathword urn. Again, I put them both around. Yep, in active play, the little cat shows up. He's a cute little demon boy. I call him a boy, it's completely your choice. I'm gonna say this room's done for about now, and I'll go work on my comfy room. I just got this cute Hello Neon sign with Pathwords today. I didn't think I was gonna really like it, but with the color scheme in this room, I think it's a perfect color pop and sort of a central piece. I start off by thinking I want to fill the back space of that shelf with this mushroom poster, but as it turns out, I'll change my mind because I decided I'll leave that space a little more open for the decorations that we'll be adding. I love these little pouring plants. I think they are the cutest thing ever, so we're making them a main focal point. I seem to always start off with the plant placements here. I had this plant in this room before. It actually comes in this room, like when you unlock this room, it's one of the plants you get. But I decided it was too big blocking that chair, and I don't want to put it here. I'm gonna give it to Fern, the NPC, with her tent. This is another plant I had in here before that I really like being in here. I feel like the colors match really well. I love my little fox tapestry. It's technically part of the crafty room kit, but I like it better in here. I like it with all my cozy stuff. Also this, I think that I got in like a master pack of many stuff. walls can be a little finicky about placements. I guess the game doesn't want you to put things too close together. You can't overlap wall posters, you can't overlap hanging items, but you can arrange them properly so that you can fit them. So I had to take the plant down to put the poster up first and let the plant sort of go off screen a bit, because you'll notice when you use the zoom function you can see the sides of the room that you can't see when it's in full view in the vertical mode. And we'll fill this little space with this nice overflowing plant. Notice when I did it, but the pink highlights the pink underneath the fox quite nicely. I like the collaboration there, as well as the hello sign. The game allows you to bring plants that you've actually been growing in your greenhouse. Like, that's the main functionality of the game, is the plants that you grow. And you can move them as furniture items into your rooms. I've been playing for a month and I didn't know that until somebody in the Discord actually posted a picture and I noticed their plant was in their room. And they explained to me how to do it. It was such an exciting discovery. This little kitty came from Pathwords packs today. I'm gonna place him here and he looks beautiful in front of the leaves. Unfortunately, it seems that you can't actually have items in front of your plants, because later on when I exit and then come back to the room, he's behind the leaf. So I ended up moving the plant over just a tiny little bit, and I'm glad that I didn't end up sticking with the stick smelly thing. I'm glad I didn't end up keeping it on the windowsill because, well, it would have gotten popped behind the plant, so. I'm having to rearrange the order of placement here so that I can have the sticks in front of the little potted plant. Place the sticks down first and then put the plant as the layer behind. Going through this process, I'm keeping in mind that I want things to put into Fern's room as well. So instead of doing the fun layer crowding that I would like, I'm trying to be a little more sparse but still fill out the areas. I wanted those two like planetary plants to kind of be right beside each other, but the one on top didn't seem to want to sit on a short shelf. I noticed there that it did highlight for a second on the second shelf, but I think it turned out better this way that I hadn't noticed. There's a planetary theme going down across there, and we're adding in lovely things like the candle and the cookie bowl. I just got the cookie bowl today with Pathwords, and I love it. Man, there was nothing I would love more than to just sit in a comfy room with a bowl full of cookies. These two items were also Pathword items today. I didn't think I was going to like them very much because they're very cartoony, but with everything else going on, it actually ended up being nice touches here. I'm considering this done for now so that I can head off to the woods and start on Fern's bedroom. Fern, she reads a lot, she studies a lot. Canonically, she has health troubles that make it so she doesn't really get to moving around a whole lot. So I imagine she would like to have plenty of plants in her abode to enjoy without having to, go out and about too much. The nice little plant starter terrarium there, and this little lantern, and that little kitty cat. Those were all Pathward items that I got today. But the teacup and teapot set were items that are just given to you in the game for free while you go about unlocking things by watering plants. The same goes with this beautiful perfume bottle, that while I really like it, the vibe in my home isn't quite so classy and antique like I consider Fern must be, so I thought it would fit her room very well. And the mushroom poster, goes again with her studious nature. While I love this unicorn tapestry for myself, I'm trying to spice up Fern's home a little bit. And the embroidery hoop rabbit is another one that I really like. We're tucking it on the side here, but I'll move it out a little further later. I just wanted to play around with spaces. This plant I did have in Fern's room before too, the one on the wall. I decorated Fern's room before, but then I ended up coming back and taking all the stuff to make my rooms feel more full. I like these paired tall objects here. I like that lamp, but I didn't really like it in my rooms. I think it ends up going really nicely in Fern's little bedroom with all of her kind of darker, more neutral colors and sort of, like I said, more classy antique style. While I would have loved for this blue ottoman thing to fit in here, I couldn't put it close enough to the perspective of the camera. And, I didn't see that. I would have liked to keep that, looking back at it. But I end up moving it and putting it in my other room instead, which is fine. It's the only pale blue thing here, so it sort of throws it off a little bit. Definitely doesn't go there with the perspective. So moving it out to my other rooms is ultimately the best choice. I've got everything placed, but I don't like the tent wall look here, so we're gonna replace it with a nice brick color to kind of bring this whole room all together. Completes that like darker, warmer, more vintage, classier look. And we take the flooring with the carpet. I don't remember if this actually is the original floor for Fern's tent. I know that pretty dark brown wood I had on before was not the original. I thought it looked nice and clean before, but I decided here with all the stuff now, the rug ties everything together. Move the plant over to see it more, and I consider this room all done. See you later, Fern. Now I just have my little blue ottoman to deal with. This was the room I put it in originally, way back in the beginning. I got it when I had only this room and no other rooms, and I think it goes well with the whole comfy, warm sofa vibe. Just moving things over so that they're not hidden by it. And that finishes all my placements, so we'll just have a final tour of the completed rooms. return to the Woodlands map, there's a third building to the left there. It's the post office. You can click it on the map, or you can also access it with the little postcard of Sammy holding a letter in their mouth. Here you can choose to receive letters. You can also write them, and they'll be sent to people who are looking for that type of letter. You can choose 3 different types that you want to receive. It may seem like a silly little thing, but completing this project made me really happy, and just, it feels so peaceful and comfortable now. After you write a letter, you can decorate the pattern of paper and envelope and back sticker. They just came out with new letter sets. I'm showing them now. There's the doggy one and the star one, and also this dragon one. You can mix and match the different things. You don't have to put matching letter sets together. I almost never use matching letter sets. But after you stamp it, you can post it, and it will send out to whoever wants to get that type of message. That finishes up my introduction to some of the features in Kinder World. I don't go over all the amazing things you can do here, but I definitely recommend downloading it. It's so serene, totally free, and incredibly helpful with managing my stress and emotions.